Hello, and welcome to another Bionicle review. Today we're looking at the Turaga from 2001. These guys were released right at the start of the line as smaller, lower priced Bionicle sets to complement the larger Toa figures. There are 6 in total, 1 to represent each element, and while there's no doubt that the Toa are the main heroes of the story, the Turaga are no less important to the plot. They serve as the wise and benevolent village elders, providing knowledge and guidance to the Toa as they explore the island of Mata Nui. And the Turaga were once Toa themselves, although we don't learn that until much later in the story. Now, in terms of construction, the Turaga are all quite simply built. They're mostly made from Technic parts, with a few specialised pieces thrown in, like the feet, which are Toa heads recast in new colours, the masks, and the weapons. All share very similar builds, but with just enough variety and part usage to keep things interesting. First up is set 8540, Vakama. He's the Turaga of the volcanic village Taokoro, so he's a fire-themed character, which makes him the companion set for Toa Tahu. He's armed with a flame staff, which is a new piece, and he features the Toa headpiece in red, which at the time was exclusive. It's since been made available in other sets, like Makuta, but it's still nice to have. In terms of posability, there's not really much to see. The legs pivot, and so do the arms, but the head is fixed in place. The left arm is attached by a single Technic pin, so it hangs really loosely, but the right arm is operated by this lever around the back. You push down to raise the arm, and when you let go, a rubber band pulls the lever back up, causing the arm to swing down as an attack. All 6 Turaga share the same action feature. And up close you can see his mask. The Huna is the mask of concealment and allows its wearer to turn invisible. It's an unusual design with all these scalloped side plates and this deep chin piece. And here he is with Tahu. The 2 figures work well together, and you can see that their weapons both share a very similar aesthetic. Next up is set 8541, Matau, the Turaga of the treetop village Lake Oro. Clocking in at just 26 pieces, he's got the lowest part count of all the Turaga, but those Toa headpieces in green have never been reused and are exclusive to this set. He's got a saw blade staff, which he can use to cut through anything in his way. Matau's mask is the Mahiki, the Mask of Illusions, which allows him to conjure illusions to deceive others. It's one of the smallest masks, and in my opinion it looks a bit uncanny, perhaps a little bit too much like a human face. There are a few little wires sculpted on for detailing, along with the mouthpiece you can see there. And here he is with Lewa. Unlike Lewa's axe, which has never appeared in any other set, Matau's staff has been reused a couple of times, even coming in silver with set 8648, the Buzzsaw. Next up is set 8542, Onewa the... hold on. I said Onewa, not Onewa. No, that's Onewa. I don't care if they sound the same. Sorry about that. Yes, Onewa here consists of 29 parts, and despite his confusing name, is actually the counterpart set to Pohatu, the Toa of Stone, not Onewa, the Toa of Earth. He's got big long legs, making him the tallest Turaga, and he comes with a big hammer for cracking boulders, and maybe skulls. Like Matau, his design incorporates Toa heads in an exclusive colour, this time brown. His mask is the Komao, the Mask of Mind Control. It grants the wearer the ability to control weak-minded individuals, which seems like more of a villain power than something a good guy should be doing. Still, it's an interesting design with lots of wires and detailing. And here he is with Pohatu. I wonder why they didn't give Onewa an upside-down body to match his Toa counterpart. Next up is 8543, Nokama, Turaga of the coastal village Garkoro. She's the companion set for Gali, and like Gali, also a female character. In fact, all Toa, Turaga and Matoran of the water element identify as female, or, well, whatever the gender equivalent of female is in the world of Bionicle. Nokama comes armed with her trident, and features Toa headpieces cast in blue this time, another colour exclusive to these sets. She's got longer arms than any of the other Turaga, which adds a bit of variety to the build. In fact, if we stand her next to Onewa, it really highlights the different ways designers used parts to shake up the proportions. Nokama's mask is the Rao, the Mask of Translation, which allows its wearer to translate any language. It's a nice design, simple yet sophisticated, with these segmented overlapping plates. And here she is with Gali, the Toa of Water. It's a shame that her mask isn't transparent to match the cow, but it still complements the 2 figures nicely. Next up we have 8544, Nuju, Turaga of the ice village Kokoro. He's armed with this fearsome ice pick staff, and this time features Toa heads in white. It's an unusual colour, but even at the time they weren't exclusive, also being used in the Mana Crabs set, and later for Takanuva, although with yellow eyes in his case instead of blue. Nuju wears the Matatu, the Mask of Telekinesis, which allows the user to move things with their mind. It's got big triangular ears, a kind of Darth Vader mouthpiece, and lots of other details. It's quite a bit bigger than the other noble masks, so much so that it's almost better suited for a Toa than the Turaga. And here he is with Kopaka. I think this is the only time a Turaga mask is larger than their Toa counterpart. And from the largest mask we go to the smallest. Next up we have 8545 Whenua, Turaga of the underground village Onukoro. This time we've got the tower head in black, which has been seen a couple of times before. There's one in Turaga Doom and 4 in the Nui Rama set. He's armed with the drill staff for defence. Whenua's mask is the Ruru, which is the mask of night vision. It's a very small, compact design, and it's one of my favourite Turaga masks. And here he is with Onewa. You can see they're both quite hunched, which seems to be a trait shared among most of the Earth-themed characters in Bionicle. And there we have it, a brief look at the 2001 Turaga sets. They're really simple little characters, but they're fun builds, and they look really nice on display, and they certainly complement the Toa characters very well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'd love for you to share your own Bionicle stories. So leave a comment, click that like, and if you feel so inclined, subscribe to my channel for more Bionicle videos. Ta-ta!